Sorry, I failed to add us to the stream. Thanks for telling me after I paid. I don't understand why he waited till after he had my money. Oh, wait, yes, I do know exactly why he did that. I'm not too worried about getting in trouble, but I mean, not a very good example for the kids, is it? I came here the other day and filmed, and they just told us we can't film, so guys, are you guys ready to break rules? Fudge, we're already rule breaking.
I mean, you can almost feel the evil of it just coming through the camera. Wes says maybe this is a restored section and the other section might have once looked this way. That's true, but it seemed like from what I read, the Vietnamese army took some pains to keep this, or to at least record how this was. So when they took it,
I've got to get on my donation site, my charity site, and see if I can put up something for the museum. This place seems like it should be getting a lot more funding to spread the message, spread the word. I know it's not going to be the most, enjoyable site to go to, but it's important. I also want to say I don't like making a habit of violating rules, but I've advertised this twice. Put a notice that we were coming twice, and we couldn't do it last time, and I'd already paid the ticket, and I was just like, well, yeah.
Some day of the day, it's like everybody's equal now, but somebody needs to be in charge, and it's going to be us because we have the guns from the revolution.
Right, exactly. I mean, like I've said before on the show, I hate to get political because I know nothing politically, but I think we can solidly be against this animal farm.
I think we can solidly be against torture prisons.
I appreciate you guys joining me for this. As I've said many times now, I think it's an important episode. I want people to know about it, and I can't lie, I'll be glad to get to a happier episode tomorrow. We kind of flubbed the opening today. We're at the Tuol Sleng Genocide Museum here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. I came here the other day and filmed, and they just told us we can't film, but we can take photos. He saw me with the camera. He could have said beforehand, you can't film.
Also, they're going to wonder why you're talking to somebody.
No, that's indicative of a phone call.
Oh, that's right.
It's actually the opposite of what you do while you're filming.
Oh, I guess that's true.
And what is today's date? Do you know?
It's the 4th here, but it's probably the 5th there, right?
Makes sense. Yeah. We suddenly terminate the stream. I guess you'll know what happened. Let's see. Guys, are you guys ready to break rules? I'm a rule breaker. Uh-oh. Or just hit the wrong button. That also could work.
This was a bad place.
Yeah, that's correct.
They incarcerated here basically with the intention of getting confessions of wrongdoing out of people. It seems like it did not take long for that to turn into torture. And they weren't making a lot of bones about it in the prison itself. Prison used to be a high school. It was converted after the Khmer Rouge took over. Between 76 and 79 is an estimated 20,000 people were imprisoned. Real number is unknown. It could hold between 1,000 and 1,500 people. Yeah, one of the things they would try to get their people along with a confession to do is tell them who was helping them, who was working with them, names of family and friends, and of course people would say anything to get the hurting to stop. So a lot of people's whole families were drug in here. And of course, when they were done with you, they shipped you off to where we were yesterday. And that's where you were actually executed. They did not want people killed in this prison because that was not the point of this prison. The point of this prison was to get confessions out of folks and to drag more people in here. I also read today that the people that were actually doing the executing over at where we were yesterday, and the guards here were actually teenagers.
The guards here were teenagers.
Yeah, and they found it hard to follow the rules, like not talking to the prisoners and not beating them and stuff like that, because they're teenagers, and if too many infractions, they would throw you in to the prison population. So people were constantly afraid of that too. So
I think quite a number of people died here. Did it say people weren't killed here?
They weren't supposed to be, but a lot did.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't anywhere near the 20,000 people that were estimated to be in prison, I don't think. I don't know if I remember reading exactly how many people died here.
Scott, as I said, I've been here now twice before. I came on my first visit to Phnom Penh, and then I came when we tried to shoot the first time. This is our second try. So we had our own technical difficulties that time. And I've decided to skip showing the photo. They show a lot of photographs that are a bit gruesome.
Yeah.
And even though I very much want to put this, out there and remind people that it's a thing, and people need to be concerned, as Russ said, and make sure this doesn't happen again. I feel like those photographs are a little over the top for the show, not for the museum, but for the show.
Yeah, from the article I read said that those were taken by the Vietnamese army when they captured the prison. That was how they found the rooms that you're basically standing in, and most of them had bodies in them because the Khmer Rouge folks killed the prisoners on their way out the door.
Right, yeah. That fits with the photos that I remember seeing. Yeah. So I decided I didn't want to put those on here. They can be a bit more disturbing. I don't think the photos add to what we're doing, so I didn't want to do it just to be gratuitous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to focus on any of those. Now, there are parts where whole rooms where pictures are like portraits are shown of prisoners. What do they call them? I guess we'd say mugshots.
That's what the article I saw they were referred to as two mugshots. Yeah, it was people. They would take pictures of the prisoners when they brought them in for their records. There was apparently just meticulous record keeping. So these people were meticulous about their torture and their file folders.
Their file folders.
So, and it was much as we heard yesterday from our tour guide. It was people who, if you were educated, and then later on, it was just people once the paranoia of the authoritarianism set in. Excuse me.
And can you tell us again what the building started out as?
It's a high school. Apparently, everybody just were made to sleep on the floor. The prisoners were made to sleep on the floor without mats.
You had mentioned earlier, you hope kids don't watch this. School groups come here.
Yeah, I read there was like a package thing where they go to to this, and then they go to the killing field, and then they go to the headquarters of the government agency that's in charge of this, all in apparently one trip.
Oh wow!
Like a package tour.
I just can see that in these rooms. You can see a teacher's desk up here, and some of them will find numbers on the wall, which I kind of assume correspond to like desk rows where you would. These are not sleeping cots, by the way, in case anyone's confused about what we're looking at.
Apparently, everybody just were made to sleep on the floor. The prisoners were made to sleep on the floor without mats or chained, the cages or the bars or what have you. They weren't allowed to talk to anybody.
Certainly part of the country's history. You wouldn't want the students to forget, the next generation to forget. Just piles of the clothes that were. I'll show the pile of clothes they had, not a photo of a person.
They were apparently strip searched every morning or every evening to make sure that they hadn't managed to get anything that they could kill themselves with in the night. That did happen some apparently, but then they were hosed down every, I think it's 4 days or something. It also said that apparently rape was not supposed to be occurring there, but it did sometimes. But the people that they caught, the guards and interrogators that they caught doing it were punished, and this is according to reports. But they weren't supposed to do that, apparently. It's weird that they're doing all this other horrible stuff to people, but you can't do this one.
You're right. Yeah, exactly. That's a strange exception. I also just an amazingly peaceful courtyard. I guess it was a school, so it was probably for play. Mm-hmm. But just in Phnom Penh is not the biggest city, but the streets can get busy and noisy and not so peaceful. And then to have this be the place that you step into, and there's an amazing, serenity in here.
They would try to just, I guess, like police procedural interrogate them to get them to confess stuff first. And then when that didn't work after a little while, they were like, well, it's time for, electroshocks now. Well, you're not going to get, really good remodeling with your reno when, you're killing all the engineers and architects and stuff in your country.
All the people who know how to do it.
It's just going to be yokels with a sledgehammer.
Yeah. And that kind of goes for everything that a country has wanted to get done in the past 40 years. It's been very difficult
Yeah.
to develop when you've got no experts in any field.
I know at least some of the people on here may laugh at this, perhaps, but it is, as you might expect, some people think the place is haunted.
Okay, right.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I don't believe in that, but this is one place where I wouldn't laugh at the suggestion. If any place was going to be, this would be.
This is the kind of place that, would be. Absolutely. I mean, you can almost feel the evil of it just coming through the camera. There's a slot in the door. Are those slots that have glass in them?
They're open. Got to be able to look in on the prisoners. I assume you look up for.
Well, yeah, I'd give them what little bit of food they gave them, too. That's what I'm saying. Like, the other cells didn't have anything like that. So they may have been for torture, and this may have been for prisoners. Maybe.
Well, there's so much else going on. I didn't look, but I can't understand why museums have not started making these files available online, because most people could download them and just take them, use them when they get there.
Russ says maybe this is a restored section and the other section might have once looked this way. That's true, but it seemed like, from what I had read, the Vietnamese army took some pains to keep this, or to at least record how this was. So when they took it, I think they wanted to hold this up and say, this is part of the reason we came in here and overthrew this government.
Right.
That's speculation, don't know that, but they took some pains to document it. And obviously the incoming government after that, there were trials, investigation and documentation and all this stuff to make sure people would remember this crap, that it wouldn't get swept under the rug. I mean, a lot of human cruelty happened here. And
well, I'm fairly sure I've read in multiple places that this is not a restoration project. Like, so when you're going to historical sites, the big question is restoration versus preservation. Because if you try and restore it to some point, you have to decide what the point was, and you have to destroy what's there in some sense to revert it back to what it was. And the other half of that is to just try to freeze everything in place so that people can see what it was like when you.
Which is what we kind of seen yesterday, where the company that had started managing the killing field there said, "Yep, let's stop exhuming people, keep it as is." But we don't know, Russ. Russ could be completely right, but I don't know. It's a logical conclusion. So
here are the rows that I was telling you about. Two sevens. See, I don't know why there's a 3 and a 6, but I can imagine desks go here, and I'm not pointing at it. Desks go on that 6, and then your chair goes on that 6. I don't know if this was ever used as part of the prison, but I imagine that was from the school. Because if people were chained there would be a hole drilled in where their chains were.
Oh, I see what you're saying, where those were like numbers for the prisoners or
Right. If it was something like that, there would be more evidence. It just looks like this classroom. It's just a classroom that got abandoned for a chalkboard.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I did a donation thing for the zoo we went to. I've got to get on my donation site, my charity site, and see if I can put up something for the museum. This place seems like it should be getting a lot more funding to spread the message, spread the word. I know it's not going to be the most enjoyable site to go to, but it's important.
That's true. They didn't restore was the Confederacy.
Oh my! Well,
thankfully,
that's a good thing.
Oh yeah, it is.
Well, it won't be a terribly short episode, but I'm kind of zipping through.
It may not be something you want to linger on too much, just for everybody's mental health.
Yeah, that's true. That's right.
Yours included.
I don't think they were trying to facilitate conversation. Oh, couldn't talk to each other. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Couldn't. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
No, these are these are exhibits. So. That's a water can.
Yeah, they said that was basically really like scalding hot water that they would pour on people.
Okay, here's another exhibit, kind of like the stupa. Yeah, a lot of bones.
Yeah, and again, they weren't supposed to kill people here, but obviously people did die.
Right. Yeah.
Apparently, medical experiments were also performed on people by the medical staff. The medical staff it mentioned was untrained, and I thought, well, yeah, they killed all the doctors, so of course they would be. But they perform medical experiments on living prisoners too.
Yeah, sure. Let's see what's up here before we do that.
Yeah.
We will never forget the crimes committed during the Democratic Cambodian Rouge, the official name of the Khmer Rouge.
The scary part is that it was rational to them. Yeah, that's
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of a class system. Also, you be on this level and you be on that level.
Right. Yeah. I think
In charge of getting rid of the class system.
Some the other day, it's like everybody's equal now, but somebody needs to be in charge, and it's going to be us because we have the guns from the revolution.
Right. So, exactly. I mean, like I've said before on the show, I hate to get political because I know nothing politically, but I think we can solidly be against this animal farm.
I think we can solidly be against torture prisons. Yeah. I think so.
I feel like that's a stance we can take on this show. Yeah. Okay.
I will say it was not as bad emotionally as I feared it would be, and I think a lot of that was because you were like, "Yeah, I'm not showing the gruesome stuff." I'm like, "Okay, good, okay."
Well,
yeah.
I mean, when there's something physical there in front of you, I think it's a valid thing to look at it. But to show a picture of something on a video, it seems egregious. Like if you want to see those pictures, I'll bet they're on the museum's website. You should go there. But they are good reminders of what happened, like strong reminders of what happened, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry, just reading Erica's comment. Yeah. So they're strong reminders, but at the same time, I didn't want to cross the line. I didn't want to get close to the line of just being gratuitous to get clicks and views and look at this crazy video. It's if our discussion and what you can see of the physical objects here was not enough, then I don't know what. I think you're looking for the wrong message. That seems like that's enough to drive home the message of what happened here.
Jag tänkte, och de här kommer då det personer som tar över. Jag är med sig kvar med i blurren. Men jag kan rätta vad det sitter och ber. 4. Den är typ. Jag kan råda sätta från. Hemmerun. Nej, gick om det. Ja, jag tänkte. Och de här kommer då det personer som tar över. Jag är med sig kvar med i blurren. Men jag kan rätta vad det sitter och ber. 4. Den är typ. Jag kan råda sätta från. Hemmerun. Nej, gick om det. Ja,